Hi guys, and welcome to another video, and today I will be comparing these guys right here. The JBL Extreme, what am I saying? The JBL Charge 5 against the IKEA ENEBY 20 Generation 2. I should have actually made more videos with this speaker. It's not a bad speaker overall, as you will probably see in this video, especially for the price class. I will go over later that in the summary. And these speakers will go to one up against each other in this video, and I will be playing two songs, and the Charge 5 will play at 34% volume, whilst the IKEA ENEBY 20 will be playing at 50% volume. And the Charge 5 will have an equalizer setting. I think I turned up the bass by one step, if I don't remember correctly. And I will put up that on screen. And the IKEA ENEBY also has actually an EQ built in, but it's not an app or anything. You can actually change this with the knob. And the bass is maxed out, and the treble is also maxed out on the ENEBY. So that's it, and let's see how the speakers compares, and hopefully you guys like this new format of mine. It's not necessarily new, but for me it is, so enjoy. Okay. Okay, and that was everything for this video, and now I will do my little comparison because of course I've done this recording with a phone, with phone microphones, which isn't the best for listening into the speakers and judging their sound quality. So I'll give my interpretation. The ENEBY 20 and the JBL Extreme Charge 5. I've done this mistake now multiple times, but they both have very, very interesting mids. I think their mids are very comparable, and I don't think many people will hear any difference. I would slightly favor the Charge 5 when it comes to the mids. The highest is a little bit of another story, I would say. I think the sounds, the highest from the Charge 5 are a little bit cleaner. I don't know. I think especially that it's a little bit brighter, I guess, at these lower volumes, and I think it just stood out as being a cleaner sound, which I don't think the ENEBY doesn't lean towards the highs as much as the JBL Charge 5. It tends to favor the mids a little bit, but I also think in that department, the mids that is, they are also comparable. When it comes to bass, the Charge 5 has deeper bass than the ENEBY 20. Definitely deeper bass, and the ENEBY 20 has more of a punchy bass, but it also, in some particular songs with a lot of deep bass, you can actually hear some deep bass from the ENEBY 20, and it's a quite full-bodied bass. But in general, I think the Charge 5 has just way more bass than the ENEBY 20. And not way much more, but it's noticeable, especially when it comes to that deep bass. Punchy bass, I think they're about equals on that department when it comes to these kinds of volumes. I've not done a loudness comparison between these two, so I don't know which plays louder, but I would guess the Charge 5 plays a little bit louder. But of course, if that's something that interests you, I will I can show you that in another video, an outdoor test, but maybe. I was actually rocking the ENEBY 20 without its cover this time around. The sound does not really change at all, or at least not noticeable. I don't notice any difference actually when removing the cover. So I just rocked the cover off. Thought it looked pretty cool actually. So yeah, of course you can mix and match with that as well. Okay, now for pricing and whatnot. The price for this depends where you are, but around 180 euros, I would say. On Amazon in Germany, you can find it for 160, about there, 150. But yeah, it depends what kind of country you live in. For example, for me, it's about actually 200 euros, so it's quite expensive. But when you can find it on sale, you can find it for around 120. Yeah, around there, if you have a good, if you get a good price for it. But when it comes to price, the ENEBY just went straight up. It costs 70 euros. Of course, 50 for the speaker and then 20 euros for the battery, which is a great deal. It weighs 1.5 kilos, and the Charge 5 weighs 1 kilo basically. Anything else? This does float, of course. This does float. IPX67, water resistant. This does not have anything. When it comes to ports and whatnot, oops, I'll let that fall, I guess, for now. We have just a regular AC in here, so you can, if you have the party box speakers, you can charge the speaker with the same cable. And we have an aux. You can also mount the speaker on some of the IKEA's ENEBY systems, and it also shows you how long you should press this volume dial to get all the different functions. For example, not shutting off the speaker, left, right, blah blah blah, EQ and whatnot. Shows that on the symbols on the back. Both are mono speakers with one tweeter and one woofer. It's the same for the Charge 5 here. And yeah, the Charge 5 charges via USB-C and has a USB-A port, so you can charge other speakers. And it does not have an aux jack, unfortunately. The ENEBY 20 can be paired up to 2 speakers. The Charge 5 can be paired up to how many party boost speakers as you want. And it comes with an app with a very basic equalizer, but it works. So that's it, I think, for this video. And if you got any more questions, this is a TL model, by the way, just want to point that out. If you got any more questions, leave them down below and I'll be happy to answer them. And if you've seen any of the speakers that I own, that I've showed in my videos, be sure to leave a comment if you want to see another speaker comparison. Thank you for watching. See you.